Hey everyone, we got some massive news for QuantumScape stock investors, and in this video, I'll review those latest developments and answer what that could mean for QuantumScape stock investors. So let's jump right into these latest developments.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
All right, so starting with the capital expenses for their full year that ended 2023, QuantumScape CFO told us that they spent 84.5 million on the year, which was pretty solid considering their accomplishments they achieved in 2023, most notably getting it proven that their solid state battery technology is effective. Remember the news that came out earlier in or later in 2023 where Volvo tested their battery technology, or Volkswagen tested their battery technology and proved that it was effective, it was durable, and it did provide an advantage from the previous technology. Going on, the CFO says that GAAP operating expenses were 124 million for the fourth quarter and 479 million for the full year. Cash operating expenses were 74 million for the fourth quarter and 264 million for the full year. That's okay because a little lower, the CFO notes that they have 1 billion in liquidity. So going through 264 million for the year, not so bad for a company that has 1 billion and is on the doorstep of launching the product, making it commercially viable when they will start generating revenue, and this cash burn will most likely start to decrease. For the full year 2024, they expect capital expenditures of between 70 million and 120 million, and they forecast adjusted EBITDA loss to be between 250 and 300 million. Again, okay, reasonable considering that they still have 1 billion in liquidity, and I think that's what led management to update their forecast here, saying that, you know what, we can last all the way to the second half of 2026 and still have cash left. So we have a longer runway for cash than we previously had expected. So that's definitely good news for QuantumScape stock investors. So the bigger news that's not covered on that page is that the company has appointed a new CEO. The founder has relinquished the helm and made way for a CEO that can more adequately take the company to the next level. Since the company is getting ready to start manufacturing, the new CEO will have experience in that. The new CEO does come from a manufacturing background, and so I think that was a prudent decision by the previous CEO, the founder, the chairman, Jagdeep Singh, making this decision and going on to say, you know, we're in a period of transformation going from prototype to product. So we wanted to put in place a leader that brings to the high volume manufacturing experience will need to drive the next phase of growth. And we think his taking the helm as CEO will be a huge value creation move for investors over the coming decade. And I will continue to serve as chairman. And that's really good news too, that the previous founder is going to stick around and help out the new CEO, getting him onboarded, helping him with whatever he might need to take this company to the next level. So that was definitely big news for QuantumScape stock investors, that it will be led by the new leader, Siva Sivaram, Dr. Siva Sivaram. I hope I'm saying that name right, who came on the call and said that he's been fortunate to be closely involved with solving complex technology issues while simultaneously bringing up manufacturing capabilities. I've been part of building fabs and factories around the world, and I like that the focus on solving materials and chemistry problems at the fundamental level before attempting to ramp volume aligns with my experiences and successful manufacturing transition. So the incoming CEO saying that one of the reasons he took this job is because he liked the process that QuantumScape was following. He liked that they were trying to solve the material and chemistry problems first before trying to ramp up production and then try and fix problems later. The new CEO liked that strategy and chose to come online because in his experience, it seems like he's saying that that's the successful manufacturing strategy to undertake, to start with quality in mind, to start with getting things foundationally correct instead of trying to hurry up and get things going and then have to come back and fix things later, because that will be more costly and that could be more cost prohibitive to do it. You might as well solve the problems now before you get it going, and then once you're going, you can grow more quickly because you won't have to be going back to solve problems all the time. So this is encouraging. This is really encouraging for QuantumScape stock investors that I'm sure are eager for the company to start generating revenue. Remember, this is still a pre-revenue company. It's developing, researching, and developing this innovative solid-state battery technology that could help electric vehicles on a number of fronts, making it faster to charge, holding a longer charge, batteries lasting longer, all things that customers would love to have in their EVs. That's one of the main reasons people are hesitant to buy an EV, because of all those battery concerns. The battery doesn't last that long. You can't drive that long. You need to stop and refuel if you're making a long road trip, or stop and recharge, I should say, when you're making a long road trip. And the time it takes to recharge is wildly inconvenient. When you compare it to filling up gas, you can refuel in like 3 minutes and you get a full tank of gas that could take you 600 miles in some cases, or even more in some models. But with batteries, with EVs, you got to charge 20, 30, 40, even longer to charge your vehicle, and then doesn't even take you as far as a full tank of fuel can take you. So all those inconveniences plus a higher price tag for electric vehicles, it's no wonder that more than 9 out of 10 people today that are buying a car choose an internal combustion engine. And I'm sure you've heard of all the difficulties the EV industry is having, all the price cutting and the price wars to try and gain wider customer adoption, because these EV companies are built to sell at a larger scale. They can't survive selling these few units. They need to sell thousands more units, hundreds of thousands more units to make their segments more profitable. Ford, GM, Rivian, and others are mounting billions of dollars of losses in their EV vehicle segment. So QuantumScape could come to the rescue of the EV industry if this battery technology continues to develop, proves effective, and can get widespread adoption relatively quickly. So really good news here for QuantumScape stock investors. Before I let you go, let me tell you about the greatest deal on YouTube. With just a click of a button, you can get free financial analysis from a professor with decades of investing experience. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.